These are part of the first heat warnings issued in the country, so that's for the calendar year of 2025. And they're going to carry on towards Wednesday. Some high temperatures pushing up to the high 20s, mid 30s. So we're record-setting high temperatures. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah. There were record-setting high temperatures in a number of communities in southern Manitoba yesterday. We're going to go back and take a look at that situation, how that heat developed and where it might be moving to next, how long it'll last in just a moment. But let's take a quick look at the current conditions across the western half of Canada. You can see that Vancouver, Victoria right now, pretty moderate, sitting around 16, 17 degrees with some sunshine. There's some rain being reported and a risk of some thunderstorms in parts of Alberta. Then very warm temperatures in Saskatchewan, but there's that heat showing up at Winnipeg. At this hour, they're sitting at 34 degrees. Moving a little bit further towards the east is quite warm as well for parts of southern Ontario and areas of southern Quebec. There's a second ridge of some very warm air sitting over that part of the country, and that ridge of very warm air is going to be making its way a little bit closer towards the Maritimes as we move through this week. So here's what happened as we went through the past weekend into the start of this week. Big ridge in the jet stream, kind of moving out of the way and allowing some very hot air to build up from the southern United States, Texas, and straight on in towards that corner between southern Manitoba and northern Ontario. And then those very warm temperatures we saw in Ontario and Quebec, that's on the eastern side of a stalled low pressure system in the Gulf states, and that very warm air coming out of the southeastern U.S. and up into that part of Canada. Now watch what happens as we continue to move through this week. First of all, it remains very, very hot in that area of Manitoba, northern Ontario for Tuesday and even to Wednesday before it breaks on Thursday. And then that ridge of very warm air off into the east is going to be moving a little bit closer towards the Maritimes. Parts of New Brunswick will begin feeling this, especially in northern and western parts of the province on Wednesday, and then it moves is squarely into place as it's going to get for the Maritime region on Thursday of this week. And that looks like it's going to be the most widespread, warmest day for the Maritimes this week. It's not going to match up to that heat in areas of southern Manitoba, northern Ontario, but very warm for May. Could have some high temperatures, mid to high 20s in some areas. Might be a few that get close to the 30-degree mark. Taking a look at weather conditions for tonight. Most of the low temperatures will be falling into the range around 3 to 8 degrees, a little bit cooler in the northwest New Brunswick, Edmonton down to around 1. High temperatures in the north of New Brunswick for tomorrow will be mostly around the mid-teens. However, a onshore wind on the eastern coastline will keep coastal areas between 8 and 12 degrees for tomorrow, direct coastal areas. So Bucktouche tomorrow, you can see high temperature there near 10 degrees, Moncton up to 14. And then as you get into the southwest, things become milder, 18 at Fredericton, 20 around McAdam and St. Stephen. That northerly wind's going to keep Prince Edward Island cooler for tomorrow with high temperatures between 6 and 10 degrees, though a fair amount of sunshine expected. Cooler temperatures for eastern areas of Nova Scotia, including Cape Breton, parts of the North Shore, again 6 to 10. But then you become sheltered out of that northeast wind as you get into northern and central areas of Nova Scotia. The high temperatures coming up into the low teens. The warmest temperatures in Nova Scotia tomorrow, right around the South Shore, where some of the highs could be in the range of around 16 to 20, 16 degrees for the Annapolis Valley. Taking a look at the wind forecast for tomorrow, winds are going to be out of the north and northeast and sustain 10 to 20 kilometers per hour with a few gusts between 20 and 40. 7-day planner for New Brunswick. There's those climbing temperatures Wednesday into Thursday, and I might even be a little bit conservative with those temperatures. I think certainly on Thursday itself we could see plenty of highs in the mid to high 20s. Chance of showers after that, and Friday temperatures cool a few degrees more for the start of the weekend. On Saturday, showers becoming more widespread. Chance of showers on Sunday and Monday. For Nova Scotia in the forecast, temperatures warming up as we head through that Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Parts of the coastline where the winds are onshore will be held 12 to 16 degrees. Isolated showers on Friday, and then Saturday, start of the weekend, showers to start it, cooler temperatures, chance of showers for Sunday and Monday. And for Prince Edward Island in the forecast, highs 6 to 10 tomorrow, but up to around the mid to high teens on Wednesday, and then low 20s for Thursday, 16 degrees on Friday with isolated showers, 10 on Saturday, showers more widespread, chance of showers Sunday and Monday, Todd.